the magnitude of this, we'll just say it again. First of all, last time we checked the votes, and this, like Layla said, is the council president incumbent, right? Because we are going to talk about the future. We're not going to stay there because we did something about that. So now we got to move forward, right?
Right.
But we also have to look at what we really did, like break it down. That has never been done before. Who better to make history than District 4? Who better to make history than Southeast? Who better to make history than the people? And if we look around, we look all kind of different ways, huh? All of us are out here, and we did it together in one way or another. Folks that don't live in Southeast no more told their grandmothers, told their mamas, told their cousins. We did so many different things. I have to give a shout out to my mother and my uncle who are here, who my uncle drove down from North Carolina on Tuesdays and Thursdays and walked with me and walked on weekends. So we were walking every single day. And that is so important in setting the foundation of what then the community we were able to build on that. And I'm very grateful. So what we did was, and the votes are not all counted yet, but the last competitive race that we had like this was about 16 years ago. 22,000 people voted in that election. We're not done counting yet, and we're already at 34,500 votes. That's where we are. And the spread is about a 16 point spread at this point, which means we're almost at 58% of the vote. It wasn't a close one. It wasn't close. Okay, it wasn't close. So, but that is a testament to us, listen, getting out the vote. Pillars was doing voter registration a long time ago. Genevieve Jones-Wright ran a campaign unapologetically on criminal justice reform. Got a lot of us out. And let me tell you what changing a narrative will do. Because I believe, this is just speculation, I believe that the other side was ready to use the traditional Monica's policies will keep you unsafe because she doesn't like the police and all this kind of stuff. They were ready to use that. But then they polled the community and they called people and they asked about how we felt about police reform and about criminal justice reform. And because of what you all told them, they couldn't use that line anymore. And that's not just because of this campaign. That is work that has been done at least, even before then, but at least over the last 4 years, where 182.5 really ignited our community again. And I say again because we're not the only ones to be a part of a movement, right? But that's our movement. That's the one that is most recent, and it's the one that changed the narrative about who we are. So the traditional attacks that they do and the traditional things that they say, they could no longer say it. Because we were out educating people about what it means when we say police reform, what it means when we say criminal justice reform, how we want to be treated with dignity and respect. And we did that. We did that together. And that's such a big part of this. And I want everyone to get that. Because this is the beginning of what that does in a community and how others are viewing us and the things that we've been saying for a long time, for years, and going through for years and years and years. So thank you for, before this campaign was even thought of, getting in the trenches and changing the narrative. Because it was so important for this win. It was so important. So thank you, community, for that. It's time for us to move forward. I am so happy to be with you with the music and the performances, but this is some real hard work. It's hard work, and anyone that tells us differently doesn't really know what they're talking about.
You got that right.
We have been underserved for so many years, and we have to catch up. We have to catch up and then move beyond. We have unemployment rates that are twice the rate of the city right now. We still have major issues with our police officers and police department coming into our community and disrespecting our people. We still have major issues with that. We need economic opportunity, all of these things, and they don't happen overnight, and it takes hard work. And so we got here because of the community. We will be successful because of the community. We went up against the mayor, Republicans, Democrats, hello? Okay, labor, there were labor unions that endorsed us, but the majority did not. We did that as a community. And so when things come up at City Hall, guess where I'm going? To my community. This is where I will be. And if I'm not, pull my coattail, I'm telling you that right now. This is about accountability and all of us working together. So thank you everybody for being here. I got, just real quick, Max, Ellerin, anybody that worked on the campaign? Definitely talk to Max. Max is cool, but he was on me about those numbers though. So don't let that fool you. So Max is going to be joining us at City Hall. I'm excited about that. Is Henry still here? He don't want me to say, where's Henry at? Henry Foster, he's here. He's also going to be coming back and joining us at City Hall. Henry knows the city very, very well. And we can, let me tell you, we can have all the dreams and hopes and desires and ideas that we want. But we are going into a system, and we need to know that system.
Yes.
And that's why I chose Henry Foster as my chief, because he knows that system. So in the past, we've had a lack of leadership, and we've had a lack of staff and knowing the system. But we're putting together a strong staff, a smart staff, a staff that will be accessible to everyone, so that we can do the things that we need to do for our community. So thank you so much. It's cold. Y'all got the babies out here. Thank you. I love you. I want to give you a hug before I leave. Okay.